Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be how the narcissist creates the illusion. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So the narcissist creates many illusions when you are entering the relationship, when you are in the relationship, and certainly post-relationship. I'll jump into the first part now. When you were beginning the relationship with the narcissist, they created the illusion of the future, of the what ifs, of the possibilities of perhaps growing old together or raising children or going to business or relocating or traveling the world. Whatever the narcissist saw in you, they mirrored back, and they wanted to reflect your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations. They assimilated themselves to you. And the narcissist played that role very well. They created the illusion of togetherness, the illusion of love, the illusion of growth, the illusion of prosperity, and the illusion that they would do their part to fulfill the words that they told you. Now, when the beginning of that relationship happened, most likely you were vulnerable. Maybe you were just coming out of another relationship. Maybe you just lost a loved one. Maybe you just relocated. Maybe you just bought a house or moved into a new apartment. Perhaps you just graduated university or just started or went to a new country, who knows? But when you were in, or joined a hobby group, but when you were in that new environment, the narcissist saw you. They sized you up. They learned about you from afar. Then they got to know you personally, perhaps watching you on social media or talking to your friends, your colleagues about you. And then one day they swooped in and they met you and introduced themselves, or vice versa, or maybe it was a chance rendezvous, wink, wink. In other words, let's say that you used to go throw darts or go bowling every Friday night. Well, the narcissist knew this, and sure enough, they start going to those bowling alleys or where the darts are being thrown because they wanted to be in your proximity and have a chance encounter. Now, this doesn't happen all the time, but it happens more than you would think. So what happened then is you're like, whoa, who's this person? And they seem to know so much about me, and they're so like-minded like I am. They like the same things. This is like one in a million. It's almost too good to be true. That's right, because it was too good to be true, because the narcissist most likely was doing their homework about you. They were learning all about you, what made you tick, what your dreams were, etc. When that happened, they gave you the illusion that they actually cared about you, that they cared about what you cared about, and that you two could create a friendship, perhaps even a romantic relationship, or, like I said, go into business, whatever the idea was. But the narcissist kept playing that part, just like a Hollywood actor. They kept on writing their own script, figuring out how to move you towards the goal, which was to extract whatever they wanted from you, or to get you tethered to them, i.e. perhaps fall in love with them, or put a roof over their head, or get them a job, etc. The narcissist is cunning. They are a coward, they're a bully, they are a master manipulator, and they're a shapeshifter. And they will do whatever it takes with whomever is available to accomplish whatever they want to get done. And in the beginning of that relationship, you were the new flavor of the month. You were the person who was going to catapult them from their meager existence, perhaps to a next level existence, because you believed in the mask, you believed in the illusion. And the narcissist was so skilled at their craft and their trade of manipulating people, because it wasn't just you that they were doing that with. They had done it to literally dozens of people before you. And you may say, dozens? Where do you get dozens from? Well, dozens, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship or a friendship. It could be an acquaintance. It could be a schoolmate. It could be somebody in a hobby group. The narcissist is everywhere. They don't have to be relationships that last a long period of time. They could be for a short period of time. But this is exactly how they do what they do. And it's why they're so good at it. Because not only do they not care about people, but they fine-tune their skills. And they figure out what works with some people may not work with others. And what works with this person, it certainly will work with another person, because they're always gauging the pulse of people. They're always gauging the temperature of relationships, and they want a goal to be met, and they want a person who they look at as an opportunity to serve that purpose, to accomplish the goal. The narcissist is a self-serving person. They don't care about anybody but themselves. So in the beginning of that relationship, you believed in the illusion of trust. You believed in the illusion of love. You believed in the illusion of togetherness and of abundance and growth and prosperity. But remember, in every narcissistic relationship, the word we does not exist. The word I is littered all throughout the relationship, meaning the narcissist will say, I will do what I want. Nobody can control me. I will say whatever I want to say. They will not be accountable. They can't introspect, and they will take no blame. They will blame shift you or anybody they can, because again, the narcissist is a petulant child inside, trapped in an adult body. They know it, I know it, and now you're knowing it. The other illusions you fell for when it was too late, when perhaps you put a wedding ring on the finger, or you moved in with the narcissist, etc., and you kept on thinking to yourself, what happened? Well, this relationship shifted, and it shifted pretty quickly, and no longer am I being treated perhaps 50-50 or 40-60. I'm not being treated less than 10%. This is called the devaluation stage. This is where the narcissist placed you. Keep in mind, when the narcissist knows they have you, which means when you marry them, tell them I love you, have kids, move in with them, relocate, loan them money, go into business, whatever you do, it's too late if you don't have the wisdom. And back then you didn't have the wisdom, so you believed in the illusion that the narcissist was who they said they would be. But nothing, and I mean nothing, could have been further from the truth. The narcissist was wearing a mask. They were manipulating you, and they're manipulating people right now, and they will manipulate people for the rest of their lives. But the illusion the narcissist created was, let's say in the marital setting, that yes, everything will be puppies and rainbows and unicorns and butterflies, and we will go to work and we'll come home and we'll cuddle on the couch and we will cook dinners and we will snuggle up and everything, and we will do the best we can to be with each other. That was nothing but an illusion. You found out rather quickly that the narcissist would come home whenever they wanted to, if they came home at all, that you would be eating dinners by yourself frequently, or you would be cooking a dinner for somebody who would never come home that night, or they would come home later and later, and that you weren't spending quality time because you were now built in supply, and the narcissist was extracting everything they could from you from afar. Think about your smartphone when you're in the relationship. The smartphone was a control mechanism, like a remote control for your TV. That's how they controlled you. That's why every time the narcissist would text you, you would grab your phone as soon as you possibly could and answer them as fast as you possibly could. And many times you would write them a monologue, maybe a paragraph 2 or 3, and you would tell them what you did that day, what you're doing right now, and what you'll do before they get home. And what would they do? Many times they would write the letter K, or they would write nothing, or they would read it and say, okay, I'll be home a couple hours later than expected. I'm stuck at work. No matter what they would say to you, they would not say, I love you, that's so beautiful, thank you very much for doing that, I appreciate that, I'm so looking forward to spending time with you. You're not going to get that. You're going to get nothing but a alien-esque verbiage from the narcissist. It's almost like a template, like copy paste. And many times it actually is, because they're sending that text not only to you, but to multiple people. I shared this in a video the other day. Think about in the mornings, or it could be the afternoon or evening, it doesn't matter. But many times you will get a text from the narcissist saying something like this: how are you? Now right there's no emotion. It was probably misspelled, or all lowercase letters. And there's nothing asking like, hey, where are you? How's your day going? I miss you, or I want to see you. There's no emotion there. It's just, how are you? Now, a narcissist can copy paste that to multiple sources of supply, including people they're grooming, people that haven't broke the trauma bond, and you. And that's what they did. That's why there's no emotion with these people. That's why the narcissist wants to keep your emotions repressed. That's why they don't want you crying. That's why they don't want you expressing yourself. That's why they want to keep you down, trapped in the narcissistic fog. So when you were in the relationship, you were believing in the illusion that the narcissist was who they told you they were, that they actually loved you, that they cared about you, and that they had your best interest at heart. They did not have your best interest at heart then, they don't now, and they never will. What they were doing was slowly trying to bleed you dry of your resources, which include your time, money, energy, effort, love, empathy, your health, your network of friends, your status, your tangible assets. You see, the narcissist, when they're in any one relationship, they're punching the clock. They know that that relationship will have an expiration date. Maybe it'll be a month, maybe it'll be a half a year, maybe it'll be maybe it'll be a year. But they know that there's an end game to each relationship that they involve themselves with. That is why so frequently the narcissist has multiple sources of supply, not just one at the same time. You may have thought that you were the only person in the relationship with them, but you weren't. There were multiple sources, just like right now there are multiple sources. And the narcissist knows this, and I know it, and now you're learning it. But the illusion that you thought that the narcissist was in love with you, they weren't in love with you, because they can't fall in love and they have no empathy. All they look at people as opportunities, and they want to mirror back to them what they want to see in the other person. So that's why the narcissist can change the mask at the drop of a hat. That's why when you see complete strangers, they were usually treated better than you. That's why you were the unpaid helper, the walking apology, and all the other terms I coined on the channel, because you weren't being respected, you weren't being treated properly, you were being taken granted for, and you fell for the illusion that the narcissist created. And many times when you were catching on to the scent of the narcissist, meaning you were just getting ready to put up a boundary or ask them an important question or call them out or say something, they would give you a mini dose of the euphoric stage or the love bomb stage, and they would try and get you back into line, and it would work. The mini love bomb stage, it always works until when? That's right, until it doesn't, until something breaks, something snaps, something gives, and also when the narcissist has the other source of supply lined up. The narcissist will not slither away from you or anybody unless they have another source of supply lined up, or unless they're grooming another source and that they know that that person is close to getting into your shoes, taking over where you were taking over. So keep this part in mind. The illusion that you fell into when you were in the relationship was the illusion that they actually cared about you and that they were an honest, genuine, forthright, and strong person, meaning stable person is what I meant to say. Now, post-relationship, if you were discarded or you ended it yourself, it doesn't matter. Either way, my heart goes out to you. But the point is, that's when you believed in a different illusion. You believed in the illusion that they actually did love you, that they could change, that they did find Jesus, that they did see a therapist, and that they want to be back with you, etc. None of these are true. The narcissist is an abuser. They're a manipulator. And what they want to do is take people down, stuck in that low vibrational quagmire state where they exist. And they do not want these people to escape. They don't ever want people to figure out who they are. They don't want people to see behind the mask, and they don't want people to heal. So the illusion post-narcissistic relationship, this is a tough pill for many people to swallow, which is the narcissist cares about nobody, not one person. And they will milk you dry of your beach houses, your cars, your money, your time, your health, your resources left, right, and center. They will do everything they can to take everything from you. And then they will look at you and say, wow, you are really pitiful. This is amazing. It didn't take me much effort, and look what I took from you. And now I'm going to discard you and slither away onto the new supply. Now, again, that's not meant to trigger you. I know what it's like to be discarded. It's one of the most challenging experiences known to humankind. I also know what it's like to break the trauma bond, equally as challenging, if not more. I did it. If I did it, you can do it, meaning break the trauma bond and deal with the discard and heal yourself and practice radical acceptance and pick yourself up by the bootstraps and dust yourself off and do the sleepless nights, have the challenging mornings, cry, maybe experience the angry stage, journal, meditate, see a therapist, watch videos, write, heal childhood wounds, etc. But focus on yourself. One of the key instrumental terms I've coined, or I use on the channel, I should say, is control what you can control. And post-narcissistic relationship, you should be ready or prepared to do this, which is go no contact, block the narcissist, delete them, remove all flying monkeys and people associated with them. If not now, when? If today isn't the day you're prepared to do that, I understand, don't do it. Do it in time, do it in your time. But when you're ready, hit the magic button, block them, and begin to heal. Because if you give the narcissist another chance to come back into your life, and they know that you haven't healed yet, or they know you haven't taken action, believe me, they will down the road if the opportunity presents itself and if they're low on supply, or if they think that you recharge your battery and they can take you back into the narcissistic abusive cycle one more time and finish you off. This is what happens. The Hoover, remember, don't accept the Hoover. The Hoover is in play with people who haven't blocked the narcissist and who haven't healed. And if you really want to dissect it, anybody could get a Hoover, absolutely correct. But there's a big difference between a person who doesn't know what narcissism is getting a Hoover, because they probably will accept it, and a person who hasn't healed getting a Hoover, and maybe they will, maybe they won't. My hope is you don't, because you shouldn't. And then someone who's healed, and if they get a Hoover, what they do is they look at the Hoover and they laugh. They say to themselves, this is so pathetic. This person is a shell of themselves. I'm talking about the narcissist, not you, not me. But they're so weak and they're frail and they're a coward and they're a bully. You see, you can't unsee what you've seen. And when you come through the cycle and you rise through the ashes like a phoenix and you put yourself back together and you enter the third version of yourself, 1, 2, 3, the strongest, most galvanized version of yourself known to humankind, a place where most people don't get to, but you are arriving there, or you are reaching towards there. You're working towards getting there. When you do that, you look back in the rearview mirror of the narcissistic relationship and you say to yourself, wow, this person actually had me manipulated. They were a perfect puppeteer. They controlled everything about me. What I did, where I did it, how I did it, my hair color, who I spent time with, my clothes, etc. They did everything. And they did a Academy Award-winning performance on me. But guess what? They failed, like they always fail. And now I am stronger than they ever thought possible. And I've risen through the ashes. And I am now looking back and saying to myself, you are pathetic, you're weak. You are a coward, you are a bully, you are a bully. And you need someone to regulate yourself. We don't need anybody. All we need is to be abundant, to be free, to let the doors of abundance open up for us and to live our best lives narcissist free. But see, back then when we were in the fog and we fell in love with these people, or We were born into a narcissistic family. We didn't have the wisdom, we didn't have the education, so we didn't know what we were up against. We now do. We're getting our cup full, we're healing, we're learning, we're growing, we're teaching, we're becoming awakened and aware, educated and empowered, and we now know there's no room for the narcissist or any narcissist in our lives. Not today, not tomorrow, and not in the future, because we've been through something most people don't go through, and we've conquered it. We've beaten something almost like an alien landing on the planet that tried to take us over, but we beat the alien, something we did not even know existed. That is why you are strong. That is why you are galvanized. That's why you're resilient. That's why you're full of fortitude and love and abundance. All of those things are none of what the narcissist possesses. So understand the message. What the illusion the narcissist creates, there are so many illusions when you're entering the relationship, when you're in it, and post-relationship is a whole different challenge, because you have to unwrap the fact that they didn't care about you. And if you're pining for them or ruminating about them, I understand. I get it. Just continue to focus on yourself. Continue to heal and realize who the narcissist really is, and that they're nothing like you. They wanted to take you down for the count, and they almost succeeded, but they didn't. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. God bless you. I love you all, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bear in mind this, keep it in mind. There are illusions spread all throughout the relationship, and they're meant to keep you stuck and trapped, specifically post-relationship, although the other two are almost equally as good. I mean, not good, almost as equally as evil. But post-relationship, when you're healing, do not let anybody disrupt your energy. You need to break the trauma bond. You need to heal. You need to focus on yourself and slow your life down. And you need to take stock of those people you're surrounding yourself with, and you need to get as far away from the narcissist as possible. The narcissist can never elevate and rise. All they can do is glom on to another unsuspecting source and leech off them, because the narcissist is a parasite, and they're always looking for a host. Unfortunately, that was us. It's not us any longer. That's why we are beginning to elevate and ascend, and the doors of opportunity, the doors of abundance, the doors of peace and hope and prosperity are waiting for you to open them. I love you all. God bless you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye, everybody. Yay.